Hey y'all, once again, here we are in the SmartLuck Gold software, Gail Howell SmartLuck Gold uh, software, okay? And yeah, and this is chart D, the trailing numbers chart. I love this chart. This is like one of my favorite go-to chart. Chart D is like, I don't want to do anything without chart D, okay? And the more I work with chart D, the more it allows me to kind of think out of the box a little bit, you know? I've been working with this software for a while, with the SmartLuck software for a while, but I had to put it on a hiatus because life came in and, directed me in another direction. But I'm finally getting the opportunity to get familiar with Advantage Gold. And I have to say, I love it. I don't love it as much as Plus because of the things I get to do in Plus, but I love it because of the ease in which I get to do a lot of things. And of course, you're going to always have your pencil and paper. So don't think that you don't need pencil and paper. You do. Okay? Yeah, there's no way around it because you're going to have something on that pencil and paper that's going to stand out more than you looking at the screen. Okay? And you're going to be shuffling stuff around and you're going to be taking notes. Yep, you're going to take notes because that's where you're going to be like, okay, well, yeah, okay. Never looked at it until I got it side by side and now. Texamos is one of the best organizers of his information. And my goal is to eventually get to his level one day. One day I'll make it up to his level. But if not, I will be happy chasing after him and his skills, okay? The man got skills. So, anyway, I was sitting here looking at this, and I never really and truly took the full advantage of this chart. And one thing that I noticed, okay? One thing that I noticed, and of course, this is for Texas Cash 5, the Texas Cash 5. This is from the drawings. We're using 1,545 drawings. This is not the whole thing. This is just part of it because Cash 5 started about 1 billion years ago when dinosaurs roamed the earth in the 90s. And it started out with 39 balls, and then it dropped to 37, and then it dropped to 35. So somewhere in the 2000s is when it dropped to 35 because it started out 2 days a week, and then 4 days a week, and now it's 6 days a week. And so I'm gonna have to go back to where it's 6 days a week, 35 balls, 6 days a week, and I'm gonna let that be my starting point with the 35, with the count of 35. Okay, it used to be larger jackpot, and then they dropped it down to 25, and that's where it's been ever since. And I say this on all of my videos anytime I'm doing a video, that way you'll be familiar. In case you're from Texas, then you have an idea. But you can add on add on the rest of the history. If the more history you have, the more accuracy you have, the more you'll be able to refine and hone in because you'll know what has happened the most. Read Gail's book. Once again, my brain ain't working, okay? But you know Gail's book. Go get it and read it. Uh, oh, Jesus. I don't even know why I do these videos when my brain is like this. But I'm not going to stop now. I've gone 4 minutes into this thing, and I'm going to keep right on rambling. So follow me because I'll be doing more of them. So I'm newbie at this, but I will be getting better over time. Maybe, perhaps, kinda, sorta. We'll see. But on this chart, it is only this chart. You don't see any tabs for anything else, an abbreviated or graphic or anything. It's just this chart. Okay, and down at the bottom, you got the sensitivity and the skip draws, and that's 1 and 0. That's where I'm going to leave it. This is going up. These are the lottery numbers on the left, 1 through 35. And then, of course, you can change it. See, you can change it 35 all the way down to 1, depending on how you want it. But what I'm going to do, I want to look at this. Most people, they'll look at it and be like, okay, these are the numbers from the last drawing, okay? 7, 11, 15, 26, 31. These are the numbers that hit August the 30th. These are last night's drawings because today is the 31st. So these are last night's drawing. And most folks be like, okay, this is what happened the most. They click the total to see what happened the most here. What trailed the most? What trail came after these numbers the most? Okay? So, and you can do it, you click it, okay, let's get it back. See, it's showing different numbers here. So what we can do, we click total. This is the highest, from the highest on down to the lowest. Or we can click it again and it'll show the least, the lowest, all the way up to the highest, okay? So what we want to do is know the most. So these are the most. These are the 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to say 5. These are the top 5 numbers that have popped up in a drawing after these numbers. Now, I'm not saying this drawing has happened before. It's just saying, okay, when 7, 11, 15, 26, and 31 showed up in a drawing, 4, 30, 19, 14, and 3 followed somewhere after. Okay? Now, you want to get specific. You want to break it down. You want to break it down because it's showing you, okay, when 7 popped up in a lottery, 3 popped up 41 times in the next drawing. Then 3 popped up 37 times after 11. And then it popped up 43 times after 15, 24 times after 26, and 34 times after 31. It did, and all of this adds up to a total of 179 times. Here we are again. 14 popped up after 7, followed 732. It followed 1139. It followed 15 37 times. It followed 26 40 times, and it followed 31 31 times. And that's a total of 179. Okay? Now, same thing for 19. Same thing for 30. Same thing for number 4. And it's like, okay, that gives us a good idea. Okay, what usually, okay, that's how many times it came next. Okay, now, using a previous chart, you already came up with your number group. You have an idea as to what numbers you want to use. Well, let me show you something that you may never have considered, and it's time consuming, but you ain't got nothing to do but work on trying to get a jackpot. It ain't like it's gonna walk up and kick your dough in and say, here, win me, so you can, lead the life of leisure. It's like, no, baby, you want me, you gonna have to work to get me. And work it is what we doing. Man, we put in more hours than Beyonce. Yeah. And I ain't even going there. But anyway, here's what I like to do. Each lottery number, I click on number 7, okay? Number 7, these are the least amount of occurrences. I want to look at the most. What has happened the most? What happens the most? Okay, this is what happens with number 7. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to write down the top 5 numbers. So the top 5 numbers is going to be, and I'm going to put them in numerical order, but beside them, I'm going to write how many times it occurred. So in numerical order, I will write 3, and then I will put a dash and a 41X. That way I know how many times it has occurred. But I'm going to put them in numerical order for a reason. And you will see, you will understand it as I go on. So on this one, let's see. Let's get these numbers here. After the number Okay, I'm gonna have to do this all over again because I'm looking at the wrong one. See, I updated my software, but I didn't update my paperwork. So y'all gonna have to bear with me. You know, if it's too slow for you, then you know what? You just go ahead and fast forward to another part of it. If you know, I ain't got no problem with that. You know what? I ain't got no problem with that. So what it is, so the numbers drawn were 7, 11, 15, 26, 31. So that's 7, 11, 15, 26, and 31. And I kind of spaced them out on the paper, okay? And I didn't write them across, I got them going down. I wrote 7, 11, 15, 31 going across just like this. But below, underneath 7, I got the first 5. First 5. I'm gonna write, and I'm, like I said, I'm putting them in numerical order for a reason. So I'm gonna write the number 3, which is lottery number 3, under 7. I'm writing 3, and then I'm gonna write a small dash, and I'm gonna put 41x. So that lets me know it's 41 times. And then the next number is number 4. So I'm gonna write 4 dash 43 times, 43x. And then, let's see, 3, 4, 16. And 16 was 43 times. What is it? 20 and 35. Yeah, 20 and then 35. So 20 did it 45 times. And 35 did it 41 times. Now, that's just for the number 7. Then I'm going to highlight the number 11. You highlight number 11, and you see the numbers change, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not going above 5. So, when the number 11 was a winning number, it was followed by, and I'm doing these in numerical order, 3, 10, 14, 19, and 30. And you can see in this column, you can see how many times each one of those numbers was the winning number in the following drawing. But like I said, I'm not going above 5. I can go above 5, but I'm not going above 5. It's only special instances where I will go above 5. Okay, so, and the reason why I'm putting how many times, because that's going to come in handy when I have to do a weight, when I have to start weighing this. Okay, but for right now, I'm going to write 3, 10, 3, 10, 14, 19, and 30. Now, some of you has probably already caught on to and see what it is I'm looking at, okay? Let me see, 10 was 40 times, 30 was 40 times, 14 was 39 times, 19 is 38 times, and 3 is 37 times. Okay, and then we're going to do number 15. Okay, 15, top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're stopping at 5. So our top 5, and we're going to write them in numerical order, which is going to be 1, 3, 7. And then we're going to write, let me see, 1, 3, 7, 14, 22. Okay, and then you can write how many times. And then on the next column, because I'm trying not to, stretch the video out too long because of my poor planning. So 3 is 43 times. 1 is 38 times. 7 is 37 times. 14 and 22, 37 times. Okay, then we do number 26. Same thing for number 26. Top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so our top 5 is, I'll be darned. It's in numerical order for us. 4, 8, 14, 18, 24, and yeah, I almost said 30. But 4, 8, 14, 18, 24. Okay, so we're going to write 4, 8, 14, and 18, and 24. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And then you write how many times they occurred, and this is after the number 26. These are the top 5 numbers that has shown up in the following drawing after the number 26 was a winning number. Okay, so we got 43, 41, 40. 39, 39. And then we do our last number, number 31. So 31, what happened with 31? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now look at what happened here. We got a lot, see, we got everybody in the neighborhood showing up after 31. Why? Because 31, I want to say, went on a sabbatical in one of the other charts. But look at all this. Look at. See what I'm saying? Now this throws the whole shebang out of whack. Because these rank the same. These are same rank in here. 31 times. Who had So now, yeah, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. I'm gonna add 6 more to the list. I don't want to add those 6, but in all due fairness, all of these got to be added on for number 31. So, gonna make me work my brain putting this in numerical order. So, yeah, now we're gonna have to put this in numerical order. Okay, it's gonna have to go in numerical order. So this is where it stops right here. So our highest number is 32. 31 and 32 are the highest numbers. How many numbers are we dealing with here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 numbers. Why? Because when we got to the 5th number, it lost its ever-loving mind and added 6 more on to it. Ain't nobody got time to be playing with them. So we're going to look at these numbers. And this is just based on the number 31. Oh, 31 came in after 31 times. See, it played too much. It followed itself 31 times. Yeah. So here's what we're going to do. Okay, so we got the number 3. 7. Okay, 3, 7, 13, 14, 16. Yeah, 3, 7, 13, 14, 16. 18, 19, 20. Let's see, 20, 24, and then 31 and 32. Okay, and then you're going to put how many times each one of these rascals did what they did. You see what I'm saying? So, let's see, let's make this easy. First we're going to fill in these. 3 did 34. 7 did 20. I'm in the wrong column here. Let me get my behind over here where I'm supposed to be. 7 did, and you got to make sure, don't hesitate to move your mouse. 7 did 33. 13 is the beginning of my 31s. 13 did 31. 14, 31. 19 is a 34. So I'm going to come on down here and do 34 for 19. Okay, 3, 19, and 32. Or 34 times. 3, 19, and 32 is 34 times. Number 7 is 33 times. And everything after that is 31. So you just fill in the blanks with 31 times. 31 times. 31 times. 31 times. 31 times. See, this is the reason why I say you're going to need some pencil and paper, because, see, that threw a monkey wrench in the plans. It was not my intention to have to add 6 more numbers to this list. See, they play too much, so I don't went from to Okay, now we're going to do the last column, which is total. So we want to know what has occurred, the top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we stop right here. Now, if you wanted to, you could add these last two if you want to, because they're in the 70s, the 170s, but I'm stopping at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm stopping right here at 5. So what are the 5 numbers in the overall total? The overall total. Those numbers are 3. Let me write my title, my thingamabob, my column is the total. It's 3, 4, number 3, number 4. And then we have, okay, we stop at 4. Yeah, 3 and 4, 14, 19, 30. Okay, and then you put how many times? How many times? Okay, we got 179 for 3 and 14. And then for number 4, we got 173. Number 19 is 175. Number 30 is 174. Okay, now, why did I do all of that? I did all of that because what I'm going to do now is look at this chart on paper, and then I'm going to look at each column and see how many numbers it bleeds into the other columns, okay? For instance, let's look at column number 7, for lottery number 7. Okay, we have 3, 4, 16, 20, and 35. Okay, those are the top 5. Okay, we look over in column number 11. We see the number 3. Ooh, it popped up. How many times did it pop up in the different columns? Okay, so what's our lowest number here? Our lowest number, what you can do, you can once again create another list of numbers, starting with the lowest number, going all the way up to the highest number, or you can have a listing of 35, 1 to 35, or however you want to do it, okay? However you want to do it. Okay, I already know 1 is not a doable thing because I did have 1, so I'm not worried about 1 because it only popped up under the number 15. I'm not seeing 2 anywhere in the neighborhood. Number 3 was busy because 3 popped up under the number 7. It popped up under the number 11. It popped up under the number 15. And it popped up under the number 31. And it popped up in the total. Okay? It popped up in the total also. So it popped up 1, 2, 3, 4, and if I add the total 5 times. So 3 is a very strong number, okay? It's very strong, very strong. So I would give it, how many times? I put a star beside it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to say 5 because it did pop up in the total also. So that's a strength of 5. Okay, that's 5 strong. If it's 6, oh man, that's a most definite doable because not only did it pop up after the numbers, but it also popped up as a total. Okay, 3. Let's see what number 4 did. Number 4, it's a 1, 2, 3. It popped up under the number 7. It popped up under the number 26, and then it popped up over under the total. So I'm gonna give it a 3, a weak 3. See what I'm saying? Because it popped up as a total, but it's a weak 3. Okay, we look at the number 16. 16, what did you do? 16 popped up under the number 7. And then it popped up again under the number 31. So it's weak because it only have 2 claims to fame. Okay, it did it 43 times under 7, and then it did it 31 times under 31. Okay, it did, but it's still weak because it only got 2 claims to fame. Okay, let's look at the number 20. We still under the number 7. Let's look at the number 20. 20, what did you do? How did you perform? So far, we don't see you anywhere other than, once again, it's weak, like the number 16. It only have 2 claims to fame, after 7 and after 31. So it's kind of sort of on the weak side. So let's look at number 35. 35, I suspect got it going on. Then again, I could be wrong. 35, it don't win, place, bet, or show. 35 is like, I'm good, G. Okay, you see what I'm saying? It only did it after number 7. It didn't do too much of anything after anybody else. So we've already done the number 3. Let's look at the number 10. We're gonna go to the second column here, okay? Number 11, okay? So we already got the top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we bring it on over here. As SpongeBob say, bring it around town. Bring it around town. Okay, so I'm in the wrong column. Let me hop my little happy honey back over here on the 11. So we've already done 3. Let's look at number 10. Does 10 show up anywhere else? No, it's weak. 14. Does 14 show up anywhere else? Yes, it does. It showed up under 11. It showed up under 15. It showed up under 26. It showed up under 31. And it showed up under the total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of 6. See what I'm saying? It's sitting there saying, hey, but it's keeping itself on the down low. So 14, most definitely. 14 is a strong one. 14 gets 5 stars. See what I'm saying? See how stuff is kind of sitting there in your face, but it's kind of hiding. Okay, let me get back on track. Okay, so 19, we're looking at 19 here. What did 19 do? 19 did kind of sort of little something. So 19 showed up under number 11. Then it showed up under 31, and it showed up as a total. It showed up as a total. So we're going to give it 3 stars. 19 get 3 stars. It's trying to do a little something. 19, it get 3 stars. Okay, let's look at number 30. Number 30. What have you done? What have you done, number 30? Okay, number 30, and we're still on the column of 11. Number 30 is the last number on the list. 30, what did you do? 30, only showed up one other time, and that's as a total of 174. So 30, you only get it's weak. 30 is weak. It only get 2. 30 is weak. And it was only under one lottery number and then as a total. Okay, so 30 is weak. 30, now you're going to have to do a little better than that, Papa. Okay, we already ruled out number 1. Okay, now let's move to the next column. Here. Number 15, do the top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, I got them in numerical order, so just follow along. Okay, 15. We got number 1. Number 1 only showed up one time, so that's Number 3, we've already established. Number 3 is a strong one. Number 7. Let's see what 7 did. Did 7 do anything? Now, we're only looking to the right due to the fact that we've already did the numbers under number 7 and under number 11. So we're just looking to the right. Number 7, okay, it did 15. It showed up after 15, and it showed up after 31. So it's a number 2. It did 33 and 40, 33 and 37. So it's a weak number 7. It's a weak 2. It gets a 2. And then we move on to number 14. 14, we've already done 14 because we showed how 14 is. Shit, man, 14 got it on the down low. 14 got a 5. So we go to 22. 22. Dos. Okay, 22. What 22? 22. What you got to say for yourself? 22, you ain't got nothing to say. You a weak one. You only did one time, and that's after 15. You ain't did nothing else. You just showed up after 15, 37 times. And then you spread yourself around. You did the hokey pokey and spread yourself around. Okay, now we going to column for 26, and we're doing the top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we look at it. Of course, I got them in numerical order. So number 4, we've already done number 4. Number 8, we haven't done an 8. So number 8, what did 8 do? Did 8 do anything worth mentioning? 8. Have you done anything worth talking about? No, it has not. It's weak like 22. 14, of course, we already did the down low on 14. 18, number 18. What has 18 done? Okay, we see 18 as a weak number 2 because it popped up after number 26 39 times, and then it popped up after 31 times. So 18 is a weak 2. It's a weak 2. It ain't really did too much of anything. Okay. Yeah. Number 24, we're still on column 26. Number 24, talk to me, boo-boo. What have you done? 24 is just a weak 2. It did it 39 times after the number 26, and then it did it 34 times, 31 times after the number 31. So 24, you're a week 2. Okay? You're a week 2. So we move on to column 31. And this is the one that gave us what the is going on. Because if you see, remember we had to add on them extra ones. So we already got 3 out of the way. We already got 7 out of the way. We already got the number 13. Did we do the number 13? No, we did not do the number 13. The number 13 is a week 1. Okay, 14, remember 14 was on the down low. 16, okay, 16 was a week 2. 18 is a week 2. 19 is a 3. It's a in the middle, kind of hiding behind somebody, number 3. 20, what did we say about 20? What did 20 get any props? Did 20 get any props? No, it did not. 20 didn't get, 20 is just a 1. 24 is a week 2. 24 is a week 2. And then, of course, 31. What did 31 get? 31 only did a week 1 because it spent most of its time under itself. And then we got number 32. And number 32 is a week 1 because it spent its time running after number 31. Okay? And then we move over to the total column, which is the number 3. We say 3 is strong. Number 4, it held its own with a 3. And number 14 came out as a strong number 5. 19 is a 3, kind of on the same level as 4. And then number 30 we said, okay, it's a 2. 30 is a 2 because if you see number 30, it did it under number 11 and it popped up in the total. So right here, and see, I missed that when I was doing all my rambling and stuff, but, or did I? Okay, under number 11. Yeah, here it is right here. It did it 40 times. So it's a number 2. 30 is a number 2. Okay, I got it up there. I did have it. 30 is a week 2 because it popped up under number 11 and then it popped up in the total. So 30 is kind of sort of, but the strong numbers that I will pull off this chart, it will be number 3 and number 14. Those are the bosses. And then I would look at number 4 and number 19. Why? Because they occurred 3 times after 3 different occurrences. Number 3, it occurred after 7, 11, 15, 31, and it occurred as one of the overall highs in the total column. That's 5 right there. Then you look at number 14. 14, it occurred after 11, after 15, after 26, after 31, and then it popped up in the total column too. That's what makes them strong on this chart right here, okay? And then number 4 and number 19, they're strong as a 3, okay? But I would say lottery number 3 and lottery number 14, those will be my alphas. And then lottery number 4 and lottery number 19 will be my betas. Why? Because of the strength that's being shown on this chart. Now, would that be the end all to be all? No, because I'm going to test their strength on another chart. Okay? So this is one way you can spend time looking at this one chart alone will give you like a new perspective on, And you put it together with the skip and hit chart. You look at that skip and hit chart and say, okay, it's out X amount of drawings. Let's see how it performed here. And then you look at the dues, the skip dues, and then you say, okay, well, it's out this many drawings. Does it fall within the parameter on the skip dues chart? And if it's strong, how much power does it have? How much is this a performance above the rest? Okay, but this chart here, this is one of the hidden things folks just usually don't think about when they look at this chart. What happens to most? What usually comes the most? Okay, we just saw what comes the most. We saw who shows up and shows out the most on the trailing numbers, and this is just based on 1,545 drawings. Okay, and it is time consuming, but hey, Rome wasn't built in a day, and your lottery wasn't won overnight. Yeah. Anywho, I will talk to you or do another chart. I'm working on it. Bye.